Right now, we've got new gems for summoners in Path of Exile Blight. Alright, video first. Is video time. Infernal Legion support. Oh god, does it give them a global ignite? Oh no, it's like burning miscreations, dude. Okay. This looks viable. Okay, well, that looks pretty neat. Looks clear, speedy. Very Path of Exile, you know, very 2K19. Summon Carrion Golem. The Carrion Golem is a well-rounded attacker using a rapid melee attack and a leap slam to get into the thick of combat. As its passive golem buff, it grants added physical damage to all non-golem minions, including their attacks and spells. It has a unique feature among golems, gaining more damage for each of your non-golem minion around it. Up to 80% more damage. Damn. 80% more damage? That's crazy. The physical damage stuff is pretty crazy since they announced those gloves. That's pretty nuts. But then, yeah, the leap slam. I wonder about the cooldown on that too. I mean, if you get enough boys, big enough AoE, just build around this golem guy. Just hopping around and killing mofos, you know? Feeding Frenzy support. The Feeding Frenzy support gem makes supported minions aggressive, increasing the range that they'll seek out enemies. Ooh, increasing the range. It also gives hits from the minions a chance to give you Feeding Frenzy buff, granting more minion damage and increased minion attack, cast, and movement speed. With Feeding Frenzy buff, the supported minions deal even more damage. Cool. I thought when they said that they're gonna make it so that minions are gonna be aggressive, I thought it's gonna be literally just that, but it did seem like in the videos that they were showing, the minions were just like staying on a target even when you were off screening, which is really ridiculous. They're like really going all out with this, but the fact that they also increase the range is very nice. It's much better than primordials that wouldn't do that. I mean, I guess a little bit. Maybe it's the same principle, but depending on the type of mob that you're on, it's just gonna feel differently, right? Because like fire golems shoot very differently than how a zombie would react, for instance. The meat shield support gem makes supported minions defensive, causing them to only attack enemies that get very close to you. Yikes. I don't know about meat shield support. If you can like lock things into a location, I mean, they said that they're improving AI, so I can totally see this working if they don't behave like zombies and specters did before, where you could like lock them into a location, but even when being attacked, they wouldn't fight back unless you were like in the proximity of the mob, which is, yeah. But again, they're changing up AI, so we're gonna have to wait and see. Need a lot of clarifications on all this minion stuff. It's pretty complex. The Deathmark support gem grants supported minions more damage and grants you the Deathmark skill. Casting Deathmark on an enemy causes all minions supported by a Deathmark support to prioritize attacking the target and gives them a further damage multiplier against the enemy. Casting Deathmark on a new enemy removes any existing Deathmark. Man, key bindings, eh? Shit. You can Deathmark to have precise targeting for specific minions, and the Deathmark targeting will override aggressive or defensive behavior while it is active. Oh, that's what it was then when the guy like off-screen super hard with this. Alright, that's what it was, Deathmark. The minions will fall back on their regular targeting if no Deathmark is present. That's OP. That's really ridiculous. Because the guy was just off-screening, you know? Different zombies, different combinations of these three support gems that use different minions for different roles. Wish they clarified how much the passives are gonna give, but that's all gonna be in the patch notes. How much the supports actually give, you know? Yeah, meat shield is interesting, but just don't get hit, lol, you know? But Feeding Frenzy, Deathmark, those seem incredibly powerful. Super, super, super powerful. Super duper. The Infernal Legion support gem causes supported minions to take a large percent of their maximum life as fire damage over time. They all gain a burning damage aura. Yeah, so it was burning miscreation / wicker boys, dealing fire damage over time to nearby enemies. The effect doesn't stack, but is modified by minion damage increase and other support gems. Ooh, doesn't stack. This support can be used to deal damage to large groups of enemies and is available at quite low level. So is an alternative to melee splash for some minion types. It also works well alongside the minion stability keystone, letting you use minions as walking time bombs. Oh man, if the numbers on this are right, then this is gonna be ridiculously powerful. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Wow, yeah, this sounds really, 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 really powerful and broken. And I'm still very surprised that they're adding stuff like this to PoE, because all those nerfs to minions over the years, I always thought all they ever want to do is for people to not be able to like off-screen a boss with just minions. But it seems like, you know, balance in PoE is gone. Get your crabs out and time to play a summoner, man. All right, so we can pay a little bit more attention. So that's the Infernal Legion support, like we mentioned. The Aura AoE seems about the same as Wicker Boys, but you have more ways of increasing AoE now than you did back when Wicker Man were actually like a useful thing. And yeah, the Feeding Frenzy is pretty bonkers. Let me check it out again. The thing is, like, they're all showing all of this with Queen's Decree, which bothers me. This guy has like a little charge thing. Oh no, actually they're not showing it with Queen's Decree in this. Guy just has a lot of minion movement speed, I guess. But on the other gameplay stuff, they were showing Queen's Decree. Like here. You can see she's got the two-hander. Very specific animation. Keep that damn fortify. Yeah, the clear on this guy is pretty bonkers. He's got 4 Carrion guys, by the way. I know you can't see it because of the cam. And then 11 zombies. Man. I don't think I think the zombies have the defensive thing, right? Yeah, meat shield. Deathmark on Carrion golems. It's only skeletons that have Feeding Frenzy on this. But skeletons are already aggressive, that's the thing. I would much rather prefer to see it on the golem or on the zombie. The zombie behavior seems pretty much a slight improvement over what they had before, considering he's pretty much never casting. Like here, you can see the guy just runs up to the pack, and the zombies start attacking when the golems attack. That's definitely an AI change, since they're using the meat shield, so they stay defensive like that. It's hard to see the skeletons because, again, they're already aggressive. They charge around really fast, though. It's hard to see, but the skeletons do. It's like, you know, giving Feeding Frenzy to Phantasms. It just won't do a whole lot. Yeah, but that looks insanely powerful. Really looking forward to racing to 100 or 98 with a summoner. Got some more news as well. Ice Fang Orbit. 40% increased damage with poison. You are chilled while you are poisoned. Non-chilled enemies you poison are chilled. Poison enemies you killed with hits shatter. Whoa. That's pretty alright. But the thing is, we don't know that much about poison. It's pretty okay though. It's just hard to tell because they're changing Perfect Agony, which means that you are going to be scaling your poisons differently now, and they're focusing on Assassin. So it's hard to tell how useful Shatter and Chill is going to be, or if it's just going to be available, and how many other items they're adding. I'm sure this ring, from now point of view, it doesn't seem that great, but with what they're promising, it does seem pretty good. And 25% chance to poison is a pretty large modifier. And then we've got the Eye of Terror. Pure Chayula Breedstone. Oh my god, a Divination card. I'm so excited, dude. I'm going Summoner next week, jeez. Oh man.